Welcome to Singletrack Session number 54 of the Trail Manners podcast. Once again, as always, at 22nd Street Trailhead, at least while the weather's still not too cold.
Yeah, but I was looking at the Patagonia trail running section today.
Oh, here we go.
And I was like, gonna have to get me some new pants, a couple hoodies, because it's coming.
Yeah,
right?
Oh, it is.
I hope it's coming.
Well, I was supposed to go camping up at Tony's Grove this coming weekend.
It's gonna snow up there.
Yeah, I reserved a spot,
Yeah.
and it's supposed to snow in 45 degrees. So I'm like,
sounds
we'll
perfect.
cancel those registrations. I'm not going to stay in a tent with my family. I could probably do it.
You can get away if you took the bus up there. You could do it.
Yeah, but that'd be with 3 dogs and 3 people. And
Well, you should eliminate the dogs and the people and just go yourself.
I know.
There you
I
go.
couldn't do that. I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Maybe one time, but not this time. But,
Gotcha.
Yeah, here in Studio 78. Let's kind of go down our little checklist we like to cover. Well, first off, our past show
Trevor.
on Tuesday with Trevor Fuchs.
Trevor, two-time winner.
Yeah, two-time. He bought us some beers
Yeah, he did.
and some cheese.
Some stinky cheese.
He's found his way into our hearts.
Yeah, even more so.
Yeah, but it was a good show. A lot of fun talking to him.
Yeah.
With his coach, kind of the whole
David Roach.
yeah, the whole process of how David coaches, especially him, and I'm sure his other athletes looking at some of the posts. But
Right.
just to have fun, get out there and
Exactly.
smile, enjoy yourself. And boy, the more I looked at some of David's athletes, like a Claire, and he had another athlete win a race this past weekend
He
besides
did.
Trevor.
Yeah.
All of them are the same. They're just like smiling and happy.
Just
And
having fun.
yeah,
That's what it's about.
Yeah, so, man, congratulations again to Trevor. It's so cool, especially with a hometown guy
Yeah.
and a super nice guy, just real humble, kind of flies under the radar.
Yep.
Hopefully that'll change. There's some people out there that might help him out.
Well, I think he's still going to be kind of under the radar.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's his personality, right?
It's his personality, and until he goes to hurt, he's kind of done a lot of local stuff.
Right.
Even though they're big, like Wasatch is no joke.
No.
It'll be interesting to see how he does it hurt.
Yeah.
That's just the tough conditions and course to begin with, but
Right.
especially when you're coming from the mountainous,
Yeah.
where
you don't have that. Maybe we'll get a ton of snow and he won't have, good training. Or maybe we'll have 0 snow. Where's some wood? I need to knock on some
there's
wood.
plenty in here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great show with Trevor. We had a lot of fun talking to him for the second time. Get him in the bus for that. Let's see, this past weekend, it was your birthday.
Yep.
So
Good fun.
Hulk Hogan, the Hulkster, just gave you a shout out.
I appreciate everybody and their kind birthday wishes. It was fun to see that.
And you were up in the Tetons.
Yes. Doing something I've been wanting to do for, 11, 12 years, 13 years.
That's awesome.
I finally got it done. Finished. Thank you to Grant. He went along with me and kept an eye on my 6 so the Bears won't sneak up on me.
Kept an eye on my 6, his wingman. Way to go, Goose.
That's right.
Grant Goose.
That's right.
But yeah, I looked at the photos you took. You had a moose up close
ran
and
to that
personal.
moose. Yeah, he wasn't getting off the trail for anybody.
He just had his little salad in his mouth
Yeah, he
walking down
did.
the trail.
He didn't even seem like that was bugging him.
He's like, what's
He didn't
up?
care. I'm just going to saunter down the trail, look for a lady friend,
Yeah.
because it's that time of year.
Call it a day, take a nap,
Yep.
throw on some Netflix.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. You get up on the west side of the Tetons and see all that big old open terrain in Alaska Basin, and then get crushed by the downhill in Cascade Canyon. It was fun, and it was a little bit longer than we anticipated. We were thinking it was going to be 20 miles, but I failed on the math and it ended up being 25.
Okay. So that's what Grant said about
Yeah.
my math skills.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah, we got to the top of Hurricane Pass, and it said 10 point something to the Jenny Lake parking lot, and we were both looking at each other going, huh, we're kind of screwed. Didn't bring enough food or water.
That was going to be 5.
Yeah, I thought well, I didn't pay attention to my watch up until that point because we were having so much fun.
Yeah.
And there's so many wildflowers back in Alaska Basin still.
Wow.
It was almost like Vaquero deep wildflowers.
Holy cow.
It was nutsy. And, it was really fun spending some time with Grant. That was the first time I got to spend, significant amount of time with him.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got big balls,
Yeah.
by the way, in case you're wondering.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
So that usually comes up in our conversations. At some
So
point.
next time you see Grant or you ever meet him, just say, dude, I heard you got big balls.
Huevos, Wancheros.
And also, ladies, Grant's single.
He's single?
He's single. Yeah. He's got 2 requirements.
Uh-oh. I don't know
Single
if I want
and good looking.
Okay.
Those are his 2 requirements.
Okay.
So if you meet those requirements and you're looking for some love, look up Grant. He's a good dude.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked like a lot of fun. I'm super jealous and haven't slept since, just thinking of the photos.
Yeah, I'd like to go back up again in a couple weeks and do something else.
That'd be awesome.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, I went up to the Uenas this weekend because I needed to get away, and
Yep.
I was
You
like,
took your new fishing pole.
I did. I took my 10-car rod that I picked up and headed into the mountains with the family and the dogs, and just did a small hike. Went up to Ruth Lake. It's like a mile from the trailhead from the road, and did a little fishing there. Kind of from that point, just did some rogue off trail. I don't know, peeking around.
Right.
A lot of fun. It's just nice to get away. It's been kind of a rough month plus, so it was nice to get away. And then I had my doctor's appointment on my orthopedic on Monday, so it was kind of like, hey, I'm going to enjoy myself before I go in the morning.
Right.
Went in to Jason Blackham, who we've had on the show in the past.
Right.
Just an awesome guy. Just couldn't ask. And good news is I don't need surgery.
I know. That is good news.
It's totally shocked. Like, I knew I had to.
Right. You were prepared mentally.
I was totally prepared. Like, I was getting stuff done at home that I knew I couldn't do for the next 10 weeks,
Right. Exactly.
And he's like, nah, we can probably do PT 3 times a week.
I know.
And we can give you a shot. I'm like, what if we don't do the shot?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, that'd be good. So anyway, good news there. So that kind of lifted my spirits a little bit.
Yeah.
It's been going on since February. So I guess I probably should have taken care of it earlier, but
that's okay. You're a guy.
That's the way it goes, right? So yeah, it was kind of a fun weekend. And also on top of that, we just got to watch some races unfold, right? So we had a couple this weekend.
There was a lot.
There was a lot all over the place.
Right.
2 of the ones he saw the most info on was probably Wasatch and Run Rabbit Run.
Yeah.
And that's, partly too. I mean, obviously Wasatch is here, and we know it so well. We had so many friends running it.
Right.
But again, we're not a podcast that's going to cover all the racing scene.
Lord, no.
We don't.
I think I Run Far does a really good job of that on Monday now.
Awesome. Yeah, go check that out if you're kind of curious.
Yeah.
But yeah, we kind of cover, especially like Wasatch being in our own backyard.
Yeah.
And seeing so many people. Another good day for a run. 113 DNFs this year.
Yeah, Wasatch.
Which is average, it seems like. I was kind of looking back, and I was surprised to see there's more last year than this year. But there's quite a few DNSs this year, too, which, maybe would have been DNFs, so that, not trained or whatever.
Yeah.
But for the women, we had the top 3. We have Lizia Bueller at 25:08. Emily Walker in second, 26:55, and Jenilyn Eaton.
Yeah.
Pulling up the third in 27:29.
So good to see her back out there again, having fun.
Yep. Smiles.
Yeah. That's what's important.
Good group of friends.
Yeah.
Crew, helpers. Just
now
kind of
she's
her
got
inner circle.
her Hard Rock qualifier.
That's right. Yeah. So I wonder what's next.
For
the men's side, obviously, we had Trevor in here. Trevor Fuchs. He got his second win in a row.
I know.
20:59.
It's a little faster this year.
A little faster. Second place was Jesse Rich, 22:12, and then Robert Edminster at 22:55. I think there's only 5 that went under 24 hours, which is the Crimson Cheetah this year, which is a lower number.
Yeah.
So we had a few of those. And then we had some notable, what I call notables, some close friends of the show.
Right.
Jim Skaggs.
The old man got number 8.
Number 8, 32:20.
Yeah.
And I swear, because I was watching it unfold all day and saw who he was running with pretty much, flip-flopping with, Turd'l Miller.
Yeah.
His finish time was 32:20.
Oh.
It's the exact same. So they're seconds apart. And I thought, when I first saw it, it didn't show seconds. I said, man, if those 2 were holding hands.
They're going to get it.
They're going to get it.
Yeah.
But they didn't. So
Good.
I saw a finish line photo with Jim. So.
Right.
So, yeah, 32:20 for Jim and Turd'l. And then good friend of ours. It was kind of like one of the original trail runners in the Ogden area, Tom Remkus.
Yeah.
31:42.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, he's been under the radar big time lately. Like, we haven't seen him on the trails.
I'm not even sure if he runs anymore.
I don't
I think he just races.
Yeah, I think that's it.
He just shows up to a race, and then he's got his training done for the next block, right?
Yeah.
He can do like a true taper, like a 4-week taper.
Like a real one?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's one of the originals, the OGs in the Ogden area. So, and there's a lot of other, friends of the show. There's the Kenzie Barlow.
Yeah, she did good.
Carl Duke.
Yep.
God, there's a lot. I couldn't go down the whole list because there's so many of them.
Right. Our condolences to Brad Sween.
Oh yeah.
Didn't have the day that he wanted to.
Yeah, and it's so.
And had the drop, which is the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, if you know in your heart that it's just not your day, There's no shame in dropping.
Yeah, and he's put so much work in. I think it's
Yeah.
a hard thing, but I think he's looking for something else right now.
He is. He's got the bug. He's got the 100-mile bug right now,
Yeah.
and I think he's looking at all his options. And I hope that he doesn't get burned.
Yeah.
And go into this race, and then something happen, and you get that. Oh man, this is never going to happen.
Yeah.
So good luck, Brad.
Yeah, because we were definitely paying close attention there too. But yeah, a lot of local people, a lot of people from out of state coming in for this race. But it looked like it was a good one. Only a couple, like what we saw, or could have been issues. Some people got lost, and apparently I was reading something that somebody had a heart attack or.
Say what?
Yeah, like Mike Place and the other sweeper saved their lives or something.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I saw. I couldn't find more information on it, but I think right near the start, somebody got some deep trouble, like something. So
that's scary.
I was going to try and dig up more before the show, but I couldn't find more info on it. But
good on Mike and that other sweeper for taking care of business.
Yeah. So some little bit of tragedy
drama
averted, right? For some good folks helping out. Other race we had going on, we talked about, it's a Run Rabbit Run, which is in Steamboat. A little bit different. They got the Turd'l and the hare.
They do.
Different ones. Prize money out there.
Yeah, they had good prize money.
For the women, Courtney DeWalter, 2038, Emma Roca, 2231, and Becky Kirschenman, 2234.
Those are all pretty good times.
Yeah, and on the men's side, Jim Ribonak, 1844, Mark Hammond, 1853,
That's a
and
Salt Lake guy.
Charlie Ware, 1935. So
yeah.
Some fast times. I mean, I've been on the course.
I think Alex Nichols was in that race, and did he have to drop?
I'm not sure. I tried
like
to
that.
find
He's
more
fast,
info.
dude.
Yeah, he's super fast.
Yeah.
Nike athlete still? Yeah, no.
He is a Nike athlete. No, or is he a Scott athlete?
Oh, that's right. That's right. I think there might have been that.
I think he's a
switch.
Scott
That's
athlete
right.
still.
Turd'l can confirm that.
He could.
But yeah, another big race. I mean, there's a lot more coming up. Like we said, we don't cover them all this weekend. There's I'm Tough.
Glencoe
in England.
Yeah, Scotland.
It's
in Scotland.
UK.
Yeah.
But it looks like on that one had some names like Killian's on the start line list, and there's some UTMBers on that list.
Yeah, that's legit.
Who was the other one that was kind of like, they probably won't make it because some injuries at UTMB.
Right.
But anyway, look, there was quite a few UTMB names.
Oh, Max King's on the list. I saw that.
Yeah, and he just ran a 50K last weekend.
Did he?
And won.
Yeah, that's no big deal to him.
It's a training run.
Right?
Yeah.
That's his wheelhouse. Max King, did you see the newest Solomon TV episode came out?
No.
So it's about Max King running segments of Route 66.
Oh, yeah?
Right? So, Route 66 is the original coast-to-coast highway, and the original highway has been kind of taken over by, freeways.
Yeah.
Right? And so all of these old towns that popped up along the highway, well, they're ghost towns now, right? And so it shows him running through most of the western part of it, and he didn't do like 500-600 miles of it. He just did, a section here, a section there, and it looked really cool. And it was a nice episode.
That's awesome.
So go check that out.
I thought you were gonna say he was running in Ogden and doing a video.
No,
dirty dog. But yeah, that's another big one this weekend over in the UK. That's a big race.
Yeah, I saw Emily's running on the women's side.
Forsberg.
Yeah, she's a beast. Yeah,
she's been training in a UTMB area probably.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in her home or where they live and where are they at now? Norway?
I don't know.
Sweden? Somewhere like that. But the train there looks like it's really similar to Glencoe.
Well, she's just a monster anyway.
She is. She's a strong uphiller. Plus, she's got that competitive drive.
Yeah, as we heard from
from Iron Fars on the course reporting.
Getting after Killian.
Yeah. Run faster.
Come on. If your shoulder's not out, you're not running hard enough.
That's right.
Let's see. I'm Tough was this weekend. That's
coming up.
That's going to be interesting being part of the Sky Series.
Yeah, I haven't checked out the entrance list to see who's on.
I didn't either.
I think they're going to be in for a rude surprise, right?
Well, because that Sky Running Series, we've talked about it before on the show, is it's typically shorter, 50K-ish races, fast.
Yep.
Obviously Sky Series, but this is a super hard 100-plus miler.
Yeah, that's the thing is it's one, it's hard, and two, it's a plus, meaning that somewhere between 105 and 110 miles.
Yeah.
And then the way they're running it this year, you get that big climb right away.
Okay.
I think it's like a 4,000-foot climb right out of the gate.
Man. And it's remote.
Yes.
So I hope people are ready for, like Joel said, it's an eye-opener. I hope they're ready for it. It'll be interesting to see what it does to the Sky Series, though.
Yeah. I don't know, do they get more points for doing this race? They must.
I haven't looked at that stuff because I'm never doing it, but you'd have to. You would think. I mean, it's harder. You should get more points for it.
Yeah.
Longer.
I'd hope so.
Yeah, you better, or else no one's going to run it. They'll just skip that one and do the other.
Yeah.
Right? And why you have that part of the series.
Mm-hmm.
So that one's coming up. Then, of course, after that, there's the North Face 50K here in Park City.
Right.
They're still looking for volunteers there.
Right.
And then the week after that, you've got the Bear.
The Bear.
Mm-hmm. Here kind of locally again. But yeah, and many more to come. Javelina 100's coming up.
Yep.
There's some other big races. What are some of the other ones? There was another one I was trying to think of. Anyway, there's a lot.
And looking a little further out, we've got the Capstone 50K down in St. George.
December.
Put on by the Turd'l Miller.
Yep.
I'll be there for that.
I'm registered for it.
You are?
Yep.
For at least the 5K.
Right? I registered for the 50K.
Right. So you'll do something.
Seems like going that far, I'd run a 50K.
Yeah.
But if I look at the 5K list and I think I have a chance, I might just drop down and hit it.
I hear you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come away on a podium.
I know.
I don't care what race it is.
That looks strong.
Of course, then again, if a 16-year-old beats me, then I'm going to pull a hammy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right at the finish line. Oh.
I don't know what happened. I was about to unload on this kid, and I pulled something. He just took off. It looks like a fun one, though. Yeah,
it's good stuff down there. Great trails. They have the hotels and the restaurants are all close to the trailheads. So if you're thinking of something for later in the year, way to finish off the 2017
celebration
racing
party,
I think this is a good way to do it. It's going to be fun.
Well, and it's on the 2nd of December when they have all the announcements for the Hard Rock and Wasatch.
Yep.
No, it's Hard Rock and...
I'm sorry, not Wasatch.
Western. Yeah, Wasatch in February.
I had the W. I was close.
It's easy to mess those up. So that'll be fun. Turd'l will be there.
Yeah.
The way that the course looks like it's set up, doing some different loops, I think, adds a little bit of fun to it where your family could even come down and enjoy it. And for us especially, it's getting out of the weather hopefully a little bit.
Well, I'm hoping that we're still going to have this Indian summer rolling.
Through here?
Yeah. Through like Christmas.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Unless we don't have well, there's a lot of water still.
There is, but everything's so dry.
Everything's dry on the uppers. That's why the fires, which right now we're in a lull here.
Yeah,
obviously there's still some going on, which is unfortunate, but we got a little lull here. But yeah, that looks like a good one. So we're already registered for that one. I'm gonna keep my eye on the start list on that.
Right.
Just because there are different distances. So I think they have a half, 5K, 50K.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Probably have you probably start your own kids run if you're young enough. What else we got going on? Oh, man. So I got a little crusher. The Fantasy Football, Trail Manners Fantasy Football League kicked off this past weekend.
Oh, that's right. You guys had your first week.
And I played Josh Hinojosa.
Yeah.
And he started off crushing me. And I'm like, it's over. But then I had a couple guys that came through.
Did they?
And I had a win.
Oh.
Wrapped up.
Whoa.
Right? I lost.
By
2 points. My tight end got 0 points on the last day. All he had to do is catch like 2 passes.
Yeah, come on.
So anyway, I real struggling defeat there out of the gate.
Right.
It's got to regroup for this week.
Yeah, you do.
But there's some good. It's got a good group of people in that league, so it'll be a lot of fun. But that has kicked off and is underway.
Right.
I'll tell you one thing that I've been enjoying lately.
What's that?
People tagging us in some of their photos.
It's fun.
It is, because I keep getting these messages about getting tagged or someone commenting on a photo you're tagged in. And some of the photos are just gorgeous.
Right.
Selkirk's, we've been tagging a lot of theirs. And they just had their race not too long ago. And that just like, come on, guys, you're making me antsy to get there.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
And
we're going to sell some more hats, though, to get there.
Oh, a lot more hats.
Yeah.
We have to buy more hats. We got to sell more hats.
Yeah.
So I've been taking a little bit longer look into 2018.
Yeah.
And I'm no further along than I was last week or the week before. Like I don't want to, there's things I just don't want to miss, but I've already done, right?
Exactly.
So I'm looking like the Ute 100, and I think that's the same weekend as going to be a Vaquero.
No, it's not.
The Ute's on the 11th.
What?
Yeah.
Is that the second Saturday?
I think so.
Is it?
Yeah. So I was looking at
Tides race is usually the first Saturday of
August,
right?
I mean, I'm not running Vaquero this year.
Well, you're volunteering.
But I want to be a part of it.
You've already committed to the volunteer.
So, yeah, that's the hard
part. We're both
looking
looking up next year right now, so that's why there's a lull in conversation.
But But there's like quite a few.
Okay, so Vaquero next year is going to be on August 4th.
Is it?
Yeah,
For sure?
the Ute. It will be. If not, I'm going to have to hurt Ty.
Can't you just break into his website and change the date?
I was in there the other day.
Just don't tell him.
Yeah, no, I'm in there all the time fixing stuff. The 11th is, I think, when the Ute runs next year.
Yeah, that's when it is. It's the 11th. So I didn't know if it was going to be the same weekend.
Right. That's going to be a hard 3 weeks in a row because we're going to have the Palisades the weekend before, and then we're going to have the Vaquero, and then we're going to have the Ute.
Yep.
So there's 3 races right there that I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think I could pull off a Vaquero and a Ute. It would hurt like crazy,
Yeah.
but I think I could do it. I don't think I could go Palisades, Vaquero, and Ute.
Yeah.
It's 3 weeks in a row.
Well, what distance is you talking about, too? Because the Palisades, I think, is going to have multiple distances.
He's got a marathon, and
50,
then 50, and then the
100.
100. I could probably do the marathon, 50K, and 100. I could probably do that.
It's like a little taper up.
Yeah, it's just like we've been talking about. You taper right up to that distance.
And then 0-0.
Yeah, then then the next 4 weeks, like 0 miles, right? But yeah, that's a tough one right now because all 3 of those races I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely going to do Vaquero, right? Like, I kind of confirmed with Grant this weekend that Ty's going to keep doing the race at least next year.
Okay.
So I'm getting closer to that 5-year buckle. I got to get it.
Our drive home from the race sounded completely different.
Oh, yeah. No, well, when we're on the course, I was like, I'm never doing this again.
And our drive home.
Ever doing this again. And then 2 days after, I was like, okay, when's this race open again? Yeah. So I don't know right now.
Yeah.
That's like my big quandary. Like,
see that, and that's one weekend. Because then you start looking at other stuff,
right?
And you get people like Canis that say, "Hey, Park City 50K in June."
Okay,
like,
so that's on my list.
This?
I don't know what the course is just yet because he described it, and I was like, I don't know what that means.
I don't know Park City.
Yeah,
so.
Can you just give me a map, please, so I can look at what this course looks like? Because I want to make sure it flows well, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to go out and do like the funky monkey course, right?
Yeah.
And I think he was kind of asking that question at one point. He goes, so if it was a 50K and it was really 33 miles, would you be upset? And I'm like, dude, if it's if the 33-mile course or a 35 or 39 miles, whatever, if that's a better course, then go with that.
Yeah.
Don't force this arbitrary course into a 50K because everybody's comfortable with that distance.
Well, and I think that's the big thing, and I think that's the problem is people are focused on marathon 50K. 50 mile, 100K, 100 mile.
Right.
But it's okay to just call it a 39 mile, or if you want to get funky, whatever that equals in Ks.
Yeah,
whether
well,
it's a 59K.
Smut's got a 60K, right? And that 60K, the way that course flows, it's a really good course.
Yeah.
It's a butt kicker, but it flows well.
Yeah. So I think as far as and anybody out there looking to do a race, or if you're doing one, just focus on the course.
Yeah, the quality of the course.
Don't worry about the distance, because if you tell someone it's a 53-mile race,
right,
then they know it's then I'll train for a 53-mile race. It doesn't matter if it says 53 mile.
Yeah.
But I think the end of it is just don't make a course hit a number just to hit that number. Let's make that course solid.
Yeah, exactly. That's the more important thing.
And you people like Canis and Turd'ls and some of these race directors out there, I think they know that, right? Like they're more in tune to saying, let's just make this a good course.
Yeah. A
good runner experience.
But that Park City one's going to be just spot on. Yeah. He's going to do a great job of it.
Yeah.
So that's on my list right now. I want to go back to Smut because it's close by.
Yeah.
I want to do better.
See, this is all the conundrums I'm facing right now.
Right.
Like yesterday, I'm looking at the Black Canyon race in February.
That's on my list for sure.
And I'm like, hey, that's a 9-hour, 10-hour drive.
I'm going to fly, I think.
See, and you're going to fly into Phoenix and rent a car?
Rent a car, yep.
See, and so I'm looking at that one because it's something I want to do.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, what other races are there? And I'm like, oh, there's Bighorn. I still want to get up to Bighorn
saw that.
and make it a family vacation.
Right.
My kids aren't getting any younger, and
nope.
I'm not getting any richer. So I'm like, well, that might be a good loop those together. But then you're like, well, if I run that, then I can't run.
You can't run Park City.
Or you can't do Smut.
Unless you do like the 50K up there, but that's a long way to drive.
Yeah. So
it's a really long way.
See, if I went to Bighorn, it'd be the 50-miler.
Right.
Like I'm not going to do the 100. It's an out and back, so let's do the 50.
Yep.
That way I cannot be wrecked if we do go to Devil's Tower and the Badlands and Mount Rushmore.
Yep.
So, but that's my whole conundrum right now.
Right.
Like I still right now my schedule. I still want to do Antelope in November, the 50K. I still want to do. It's like the 11th of November.
Oh, November, that one.
Yeah. Jim's race,
Yeah.
and then Turd'l, Capstone, and then January that Arches Ultras looks really cool.
It does. They've got a 50-mile option too.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
So that one looks cool. Then it'd put you Black Canyon in February.
I think it's 3 weeks later.
Yeah,
I think
and then
so.
March. Chuckanut's still my leading vote getter for March again, but it's like, hey, can I travel to Phoenix?
Right.
And a month later travel to Bellingham.
That's a lot of. I don't want to do I don't think I want to do a race a month. I think that's a lot.
Well, see, and I don't either, but these are the races I want to do.
Right.
And they just happen to be. I mean, those are the ones I want to do. Then I get to April, and then it gets like, hey, I don't have anything for sure pegged for April.
Not really.
I don't have anything for sure pegged for May. I have ideas I would like to do races, but those races I know I'm like, I'd love to do those races.
Right.
Right. And I mean, Jim's Buffalo Run race in March, he's got 2 different weekends.
Yes, he does. I was thinking about that. I'm like, I'd like to run either the 25K or just suck it up and finally do the 50-mile.
Yeah. So I mean, you could do both though.
Yeah, but I'm going to volunteer one weekend.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking too. But the 25K would be a fun course to go out and see how fast you could do it.
That's what I was thinking too. Plus, if he's smart, he's going to get the food truck for the 25K weekend.
Well, then I'm volunteering.
Because then we can just go out there. You can run hard, come back, and grab some like pizza or tacos.
Yeah, hopefully tacos.
Yeah, it just depends on
calamari tacos.
What food truck he gets lined up.
So that's where I'm coming with some problems. Like I don't have money. I can't travel out of state a lot. So I have to pick and choose.
You just named several races you got to.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm. Like traveling to Moab. That's
okay.
Not
so that doesn't
really
count.
Anything. That doesn't count. Traveling to Moab, St. George. I'm not calling those really travel because that's like.
Yeah, but you're still spending some money on gas and lodging.
Yeah, but you can. It's easier to me to travel to those than saying, I'm going to Phoenix.
Right.
Right. Where I may need a plane ticket.
You're gonna need
or
a plane
a rental
ticket
car
and a hotel.
And go to Bellingham. It's like I need a plane ticket. I need my sleeping bag, so I'm sleeping in Jeff Hart's yard.
Yeah.
He'll give me a
I'm
ride.
going to sleep in his garage. I'm going to drink all his apple cider.
You can have it.
He called me old the other day.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Instead of wishing me happy birthday, he just puts old in all caps. Yeah, I loved it.
That's awesome. But see, that's what I'm saying. That's where my problems come across, right? And there's other out-of-state races I've been looking at that I want to run.
Yeah.
But it boils down to time and money.
Yeah.
Right? And I know everybody has that thing.
Well, it is.
But do I go back to the same races I've always done because they're close?
But you haven't named any of that.
Okay, well, there's like Timp Trail Marathon. There's the Buffalo Runs.
Okay, well, Timp Trail Marathon, I can see going back and doing that again because you want to go faster and it's close enough by that you can get away with doing it, right? And
but that's in May. And I remember, and I have the spreadsheet I really do at home with a bunch of races.
I know you do.
And so I'm like, there's races around that time frame too. Like, because you've got, I think 2 weeks later, Smut, that's still one that I'm kind of maybe looking at.
That Timp one's a great build up to Smut.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, it is. But you still have race entries, right?
Yeah.
So if I got to pay all this money for those
I know.
So that's the conundrum.
Yeah.
So I got to pick and choose these races,
right?
And I also, at the end of the day, man, I want to go run the Tetons. I want to go run.
Yeah, that's next August.
What? I'm pointing that direction.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that.
Ruby Mountains. Yeah, Ruby Mountains.
Right.
And so I want to do some of these adventure type stuff. Zion Traverse again. I love that.
Yeah, I'd
Zion
like to do
Traverse.
that. I've never done that before. I want to go back to the Grand Canyon and do the rim. It's been a long time since I've done it. I'd like to go back and do it.
Speed goat. That's one of those that's hard to get out of my system. I want to run it
from the North Rim, though. I don't want to drive all the way down to the south.
South's hard. But see, that's usually the place to go because it's got all the amenities.
Yeah, but the North's got a place, the camp.
Yeah.
Right? That's all you need.
I need it. Food.
They've got food there.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that because it is true. I mean, driving to the South Rim sucks.
Yeah, it does. That's another good from the North Rim. How many hours is that?
I don't know, but I just know
to
the South Rim from here sucks.
It's like 12-hour drive from here.
It's a miserable drive.
It's like, I don't know, 6 hours.
See, but then I could see doing that.
Yeah.
I guess I'd be on board to go in that opposite direction. Right. I've done the south to north to south twice, so I'm like, that'd work. But you have to start to do it later, usually, because there's more snow on the North Rim.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, we're okay.
Or do it in
that.
the fall.
Yeah.
Because I think they close up in November.
Oh.
So that could be a really fun fall adventure run, like in October.
It could
type
be
of fun.
But
Yeah.
So anyway, there's adventure runs, there's races.
I
it's
know.
just-
I know.
But the problem is they're
we're not
opening
getting,
up.
We're not getting any younger either.
No, and their races are opening up.
I know.
And so it's like you don't have all this time to figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean, some you do. I mean, some you're like, oh, that's not going to fill.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or quickly, I should say.
I think all the ones that you've named, the only one that you would really struggle with is Chuckanut. And I think we can pull a string or two to get you in on that one.
Well, it's Chuckanut, Bighorn fills. I mean, it's not quick.
Yeah.
That opens in October, though.
Right.
So I'm not going to know my schedule.
It does? It
Yeah.
opens in October now?
Yeah.
It used to open in February.
October. So now
Wow.
you have more people getting in on that,
Yeah.
being a qualifier for some other races.
Well, that's true. It is a qualifier for a couple of races.
So, I mean, I want to get back. I want to go down to Beaverhead, back to Beaverhead.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next weekend is Hard Rock, and I want to go down. I'm going down to Hard Rock. I have to. I'm going to put on that's like my A thing, even though I'm not
Right.
running it. I just
Yeah.
want to be down there
Gotcha.
and run. And we have some friends going down,
Yeah.
so it'd just be fun to run through the
hang.
hills.
Right.
So yeah, that's the problem, man. And it's like, where do you cut the? Where do you say I got to make that decision?
I think you've already got a solid plan. You're gonna do Skaggs race in November.
Yeah. Well,
You're gonna do the Turd'l
Well, that's
race.
not for sure yet. That's still maybe.
Okay. Then you're gonna do Turd'l
Turd'l for sure. Signed up.
And then you're gonna do that
I want to do Arches.
the new Arches race, and then Black Canyon.
Black Canyon's the biggest question mark
Right.
because of travel.
And then after that, or either do Black Canyon or you do Chuckanut, right?
Yeah.
Don't do both of them.
Yeah.
Just choose one of them.
Yeah.
And then you don't do anything until
June,
June.
unless it's local, or maybe Ruby's in May, April.
Can you do Rubies in April? I don't
April or May. I think you can.
really. It melts
do
out
have-
fast.
Well, I think it depends on the year.
Huh.
But I think I've known some people that gone out there that early.
Wow, that'd be kind of fun.
Or you could do Zion Traverse in April.
Ooh, yeah.
You know
I think
what I
that's a
mean?
good plan. I'd rather do that than run the Zion race, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then May you can do Timp.
Yeah.
It's local,
Local.
right? And then you can either do Smut or you can do Park City,
Yeah.
right? There you go.
Yeah.
And then
that's good. See, those are my spreadsheet's color
Yeah.
coded now.
I think that'd be a good way.
Green means money, so that's
Yeah.
all. If I want to do it, I do it. Highlight it green because that means money.
Yeah.
It's money, baby. Yellow, caution, maybe.
Oh, red is like
Stay away.
stay away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty easy to figure out.
All right.
But yeah, it's going to be an interesting couple weeks. I want to start getting a little bit of an idea,
Right.
for more than one reason. But yeah, there's a lot of cool races, and at the same time, we've talked about this too. We got to make a meetup or two.
Yeah. I
Right?
think I'd like to
So-
see that Park City one be a meetup. I think that'd be fun.
That'd be fun. We could take the bus, the
Yeah.
tent, the canopy.
Of course, Vaquero, we can make that a meetup. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
It's just such a good race up there.
yeah.
If you've never done it, you got to do it.
But we've also talked about doing a meetup away from Utah.
Yeah.
Even though Vaquero's
I know.
not in Utah,
I
it's
know, I
away
know.
from Utah. So that's the other thing. It's
Well,
like,
it's
hey,
just
we've got all
so
these
easy and
things.
convenient for us to hit these races that are close by.
Yeah. No, it totally is.
Right.
It totally is. But at the same time, I'd like to explore.
Yeah,
Get out a little.
I get you. I'm there with you.
Like Black Canyon would be away from me, right?
That's
'Cause
away from me too.
I don't go there. I
No.
don't go that direction. California would be. Really,
Right.
if there's a race there.
I'd like to do that Canyons 100K. That's in May.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not this year, but eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Well, like you said,
It's on the
we're not getting any younger.
it's on the Western States Trail.
Trail.
Yeah.
So anyway, and again, we're always taking if there's a race we need to put on our list because people
Right.
have been doing that, and
Yeah.
I've got a few on there.
Right.
Ute would be a fun meetup
It would be.
because I think that's going to draw more people from out of state.
It's going to draw a lot of people from out of state.
Like, no offense, I don't know if Park City necessarily will. Time of year, I mean, there's a lot going on right there,
yeah, that's a tough one because
so you get people here.
you've got Western States, you've got Logan Peak.
Yep, you've got and some local ones I know people
got
go
Bighorn.
to. Bighorn, San Juan Solstice.
Right.
You got that Black Hills.
Yeah.
So I mean,
busy.
for people in this
Busy,
area anyway, it's a
busy
big
weekend.
weekend.
Or busy time.
But like the
Right
Ute,
there at the
I
end.
mean, it's kind of busy, but you just see the momentum and the draw at the Ute,
Right.
and especially from people out of state.
Yeah.
So I think that would be kind of fun to do
Right.
as one. So yeah, there's a lot to consider,
Oh gosh.
right? We got a creeper.
I think so.
Someone's stopping.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes. We don't have a free candy sign out though,
No.
so we know it's not that.
No.
But yeah, so that's where I'm at there on the race scene.
Yeah.
And again, like we said, they're popping up. Like we weren't expecting the Park City one, Palisades, some of these newer ones that look good.
We heard rumors of the Park City one. We just didn't know it was going to come on that fast.
Yeah, but they're in the Palisades.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough 3 weeks to figure out to try and be involved with all 3 races. So.
But when you're telling me there's almost 99% single track on a race,
holy cow,
that's already up on my list.
Either
right?
for a marathon or a 50 mile or 100 mile.
Yeah, right.
That's pretty solid.
Like, if I'm not hitting asphalt and double track for long stretches, that's got my attention.
It does, and that area is really pretty. So excited to see that come online and grow, and we'd like to help promote that as well.
Yeah. What else we got going on?
So a couple weeks ago, you asked about some socks. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. I was noticing these socks you've got on right now.
Huh.
These are some Drymax. Are these the...
these are the Walmsley socks.
Those ones are?
Yeah.
Where'd you get those?
Online. Running Warehouse.
Okay, so online.
Yeah, I got them at Running
They're
Warehouse.
good looking. I'd wear those just to wear.
Yeah, I did this morning, and then I ran in them.
So they fill with a run.
Comfy.
Are they?
Yeah, way comfy.
I'm starting to look at these crew length socks more to run in. I don't know why. I've always liked the ones that just come right to the shoe.
Yeah.
Like the no-shows. I really like those. Maybe because I like looking at my ankles.
There you go.
But I'm digging the crew now.
I got a pair of Stance running socks, too, because I just had a pair of regular ones.
Yeah.
I got a pair of run-in. Comfy.
Are they?
Yeah, the Anton sock.
Okay.
So I've got 2 signature socks.
Nice.
And they're both really comfortable.
I like the looks of those.
They're all both good looking.
Yeah. I haven't seen the other ones, but those are good looking. They match your outfit.
Joel's
got some yellow Hokas.
Yeah, I got some of those. They're on sale right now, folks.
Which ones you got on?
Holy Claytons. Last year's Claytons. They're freaking $70. You can't go wrong with that.
So they're yellow, and then his socks are gray. They're the Walmsley gray with the yellow and the blue.
That's right.
And then shorts he's got are the blue
I
Patagonia.
got the blue and you missed the top I had on earlier. I had my yellow 9 Trails Patagonia top.
Is that the short sleeve or the tank?
That's the tank. I was so matching. It was amazing. I was
going to say, if you got your Trail Manners Now Go Get It shirt, and that's where I was going to stop. Even though it looks good.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you had that other top on,
I
wouldn't be surprised if your photo showed up on the newspaper today.
I know, right? I was looking good. Unfortunately, nobody saw me.
Sometimes that's all right.
Yeah, exactly.
So you like those then? I'm going to have to get a pair just because they look good.
I just wanted to try them, and I was like, I was already going to wear the shoes, and I was like, well, something else needs to go in that shopping cart. It just looks lonely having a pair of shoes.
And I'm a sock guy, man.
Well,
I love socks.
I've burned through a lot of socks this summer, so I needed to start replacing them. Plus, I need to get some stuff that was a little longer with winter coming.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
I love socks. I'm a huge, I just love crazy socks, too.
Right.
Even though I wear flip-flops every day now because it's so damn hot. But those are nice looking.
Yeah.
All right, so a little Strava week. Distance.
Who won this week?
Turd'l Miller. 110.
Right
and
on.
He was second in time and gain.
Right on. Good for him.
Run time first was Wanderley Rice, 32:49, Wasatch 100 run.
Yeah.
And climbing was Tyler Hall, 26:803.
Wow.
So those were the weekly people. In fact, I've got a couple messages. We're up to like 270 people on that Strava group now.
Wow.
People messaged me. I couldn't find your group. Send me a link. So I'm sending the link to get on there. And still got to do something fun on that. Just 1 month. Do something different.
Yeah.
I know people are doing it. So we'd have to be kind of original because we're seeing kind of people do stuff that we've done. So it's like, let's not do that. Let's do something original.
Right.
But now is the good part of the show where people just start getting nutty, right?
Yeah.
Woody Footy.
The Woody Footy Award for this week.
Where did your feet take you?
Yeah.
And this is made possible by the Sign Garage here. And we love talking about these guys because we love dealing with these guys.
Yeah, they're good folks.
Elizabeth and Nate down there on historic 25th Street in beautiful O-Town. They do it all. They just do everything, man.
They'll hook you up.
They and tell them we sent you too, man.
Please do.
They might even give you a high five.
Maybe.
This got a bunch of hats still in my garage.
Yeah.
This week we got a winner. Joel's picking the winner this week.
I am. This was a slow week, folks. I'm going to admit that. And I think that was because there were so many races. Maybe people are getting a little bit, I wouldn't say Woody Footy fatigue.
Woody Footy syndrome.
Yeah. But we need to step it up for next week. But there were a handful of good ones. Jim Skaggs had a really nice one on the Wasatch 100 course with his pacer. I really enjoyed seeing Alex Terrell in her bright yellow shirt at the aid station helping out. That was fun. Jeremy Haddock sweeping the Wasatch 100 course.
With his hat.
Thanks, Jeremy. Lee Moss. Lee, you got to turn that phone sideways, big guy.
Oh, I was going to say,
you can't go vertical.
Real quick on Jeremy Haddock. He's wearing the orange Trail Manners hat.
He is.
When he bought that at our festival, he kept asking, "Does this look? Can I pull this off?"
Oh, he's
Come
crushing
on.
that look.
I think everybody needs to comment on that because he crushes that.
Well, he's
that
a ginger.
hat. Yeah,
right?
He works that hat.
He does. I mean, nobody looks better than that hat than he does.
Yeah,
really.
Yep.
That we should have burnt all the other ones because
just give him the
one
off
as good as his.
Hey,
right?
I wear mine.
I know. Matt Ozanek was out cruising around in the San Juans, getting ready for the Bear 100.
Yeah, he's gonna crush it.
Yeah, Lori Seppa in Illinois racing, looking good. Our buddy Eric Thomas and his girl up in Pocatello running over the top. Who else we got here? Michael Lehman out in San Diego, Laguna Meadows.
Jeez,
I know. Missy Burkle and her puppies.
Oh, it's always fun to see.
Out scooting around. Randall Clare sweeping the Crest Butte Ultra course. That would be another one I'd like to do eventually.
Yep, that's another one put on by Justin Ricks.
Right, that'd be kind of neat to go down there. Our buddy Simon in Australia. We got to figure out a way to get down there.
Joel takes a pause looking at the photo. Oh, we got to go to Australia.
Yeah, I know.
We got to put a shrimp on the Barbie.
Missy Jackson, the Javelina Hangover.
That was a cool photo.
That was pretty cool.
She won that. Looks like her husband won.
Yeah.
That was a cool photo.
Our buddy Trey Smith, here, local guy, out there hiking, getting after it. Loving it. Who else we got here? John DeMartin.
Oh, that's good. We got to get there.
Holy cow, up in British Columbia.
Yeah.
He's won a hat, hasn't he?
I don't know. I don't think so. I'd have to look at the list. I know if he hasn't, he's always putting out the good stuff.
He was really close this week.
Yeah.
And another person that was in contention was Grant. He took a picture when we were in the Tetons.
Grant, Huevos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grant, I've got big huevos.
You got to give him a nickname.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but he took a great picture. We were on
was awesome.
The backside of the Tetons coming down Hurricane Pass, and you can see this awesome lake at the bottom, and there's a glacier that's spilling into the lake, and then there's this big retaining wall around the lake, and you just come right down to it. It's pretty cool. But unfortunately, that is not our first place picture.
So Grant took second place?
Yeah, and you know why? Because my handsome face wasn't in the picture. That would have gave him first place.
And it's Joel's birthday run.
I know.
Man,
gosh.
Dropped the ball.
I know. So the first place is Kameron Kerhsaw. He's pacing Turd'l Miller.
That's right.
And he's kissing Turd'l. That's got to be first place.
That's a good shot.
It is. So Cameron, you got yourself a first place WDYFTY hat.
That's right. So message Manners at trailmanners.com with your address. We'll get that right out to you.
Yeah.
And thanks again, Elizabeth and Nate at the Sign Garage, for making all this possible, because we sure couldn't do this without you guys. So that makes it even better. What else? And I can't stress this enough. And I post something on Facebook, but with all this races we talk about going on, I'm having a hard time deciding. Joel's having a hard time deciding.
Not really.
But can you imagine all the others of thousands and thousands of people trying to having a hard time to decide what race to run?
Yeah.
So on top of that, there's new ones coming out.
Right.
And people that don't get into certain races need a backup or whatever it is. So don't forget to check that out on our page for race sponsorship stuff.
Yeah, we can help promote your event, your race.
We've got a pretty good track history of that with races.
We really do. And especially if it's a race we believe in, we'll help you promote that for sure and fill it up.
But be thinking about it either way, whether it's with us or in general, because I just can't believe all the races and already so many are opening up.
Yeah. So
when people drop money for a race, they are not going to yours now if it's the same time. So we got to get it out in front of them.
Right.
So don't forget about that. What else we got? Yeah, still you got to help us out. You got to get on that store page. We got to clear out some stock. I just cleaned my garage out this past weekend because I'm like, hey, if I have shoulder surgery, I can't lift heavy stuff.
Right.
And I put a little area in my garage where I can work out.
Yeah.
I went and got a sprinkler box to do some box jumps, some single leg squats, stuff like that.
Yep.
And I'm like, man, I've got too much Trail Manners gear in my garage.
Right.
Like too much. Yeah, I've got too much. It takes up a lot of room. So I'm like, we got to clear this out because I really want to get some new stuff for winter.
Yeah.
You think about the holidays coming up, get
Mhm.
somebody, significant other. If we get new stuff, you can
We need to get some
guarantee you get
beanies
some.
going here,
We do.
folks.
And
we'll pre-order those again.
We will. It's about a 6-week, 8-week turn time, so we got to get on that.
We better do that now then.
Yeah, we got to get on that.
Mhm.
There are a few hoodies left, not many. Those were pre-orders.
Yeah.
I think we have a couple mediums and a couple larges left.
There you go.
I'm not 100% sure, but those take up space.
Well, I think after this weekend when it cools off, people are going to be on top of that.
Well, that's what scares me, though. That's going to be too late. When you only have like 4,
I know.
and then you think about it, and they're gone, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, how come you guys
4
don't have hoodies?
lucky individuals, though. They're going to get hoodies.
But then the others, man, that's what I'm saying. Look at it now.
Right.
The weather will change.
I hope so.
It will. Like, I'm pretty confident it's going to get colder.
Right.
And there's some places right now that are cold.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we're going to get snow here next week in the higher mountains.
Yeah, up in Uintas it's supposed to snow. Up in Jackson, Montana, it's supposed to get some snow. Yeah.
So, don't hesitate. And it also helps, not just the show, but helps my garage.
Yeah, helps your garage.
And I can't stress enough at how many bins it's taken up I could use for other things.
Right.
So
All your awards.
I don't have any of those.
Oh.
So, yeah, do that. And, there's the BOCO stuff's on sale.
Yeah, we got to
Right.
get that out of here.
Yeah, because we wanted to get new hats for sure.
Right.
Joel's,
We have good ideas for some hats, but we need to sell them first before we bring the
I'm
new
excited
stuff in.
about beanies right now once you said that, though. I really...
Well, we had like 4 or 5 different designs that came out last year, and we chose one.
Yep.
And I swear there's at least 1 or 2 of those designs we could use for this year.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'll have to see if I have that one or see if they can come up with something else.
Right.
And also, if you ever have any ideas of what kind of cool swag we could put in the shop, let us know.
Yeah.
Because, again, we've had a lot of stuff come through there. We still got pint glasses.
Mhm.
Those water bottles are, those 50/50 stainless steel bottles are awesome.
Oh,
I
yeah.
beat the crap out of mine. It still ticks.
Yep.
But there's something different, let us know. I mean, we're not opposed to that, but we got to clear out our inventory first.
That's right.
Other than that, man, I think that's all I got. We got a couple more iTunes reviews, which are awesome to do. So thank you for those taking care of that. And if you have time, do that, or even on our Facebook page. And boy, we'd sure love it if you'd share us, get your friends following us, checking us out.
Emily Baird did that this past week.
Yeah, she rocked us this week.
We appreciate that.
We sure do. The cool thing, she took a picture of her car radio.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I didn't know that happened.
I'm like,
because I don't have a fancy car like that.
I don't either. I've got a Volkswagen Bus.
Right.
So,
but that's cool to see that pops up like that.
That's really cool. I was pretty pumped to see that.
Yeah.
I was like, right on. And then if you didn't know, because you weren't paying attention, because there's some things posted, our buddy Jeff Browning's moving to Logan, Utah.
That's right.
We knew that, but we didn't want to say anything.
Nah.
Because it's not our place to say it. But, it'll be fun to have him around.
Right.
Right? Because I'm sure we can
get him
talk
on
to
a
him.
show or two probably coming up.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for listening to the show. Thanks for the shares. Thanks for the reviews. We really appreciate it because I'm excited. We broke a 1-day record Tuesday with Trevor Fuchs' show.
Right on.
It's the highest downloads we've ever had in 1 day.
Nice.
So we're definitely creeping, right?
That's
on
cool.
an average every day.
Right.
And that's all due to everybody out there listening to us and sharing us and saying all the nice things they do. And if you have something mean to say, don't share it with us.
Yeah. You'll hurt.
Don't tag us.
Our feelings.
I got thin skin right now more than ever. But no, we really do. We really appreciate all the support and all the kind words. It really goes a long way. We appreciate it, and there's probably not enough we could do to say thanks, but thank you very much for that. So, other than that, I think we're wrapping up this week's episode, Singletrack 54.
Yep.
Stay tuned next Tuesday for another great show, and have a great weekend.